Do we think that's supposed to do that? I don't think so. So Hertha Berlin and RB Leipzig are the two teams we face today. They're predicted to finish 3rd and 4th in the league, but we have two big injuries. Hello ladies and gents, I hope you're well. Welcome back to another episode of the FM21 Dortmund Save. Two massive games today, Hertha Berlin and then RB Leipzig. As I said, the game predicts them to finish 3rd and 4th in the Bundesliga behind Bayern and us. So they're definitely going to be two tough games. As you can see, the first one is going to be at home against Hertha Berlin, but then the away game to RB Leipzig. Since we were last together and we played the Super Cup and of course won that against Wolfsburg, we've played two games. We played the Pokal first round, a very weird game where we ended up winning 3-0 away at Freyalenhoven. Anyway, we won away at Freyalenhoven 3-0, but we had to have extra time, and it was mad because, as you can see from the stats here, we had 47 shots, 19 on target, an XG of 4.21, 35 corners in the game. Now, this is the stats after extra time, and if there is a way to show just 90 minutes, then let me know, because I will definitely do that if we can. But I think we had about 30 shots before extra time. 0-0. They had nothing, no shots at all by this point, and for some reason we couldn't make the breakthrough. I don't know if it was some sort of bug, because the pre-match odds showed them to be favourites, which was a bit weird, and obviously they definitely shouldn't have been. But as you can see by the team we played, it had 10 changes. The only player to play this game and the Super Cup beforehand was Zagadou, but Berkey came in, Munier, Akanji, Schulz, Delaney and Witzel, Hazard, Reina and Wolf, and Alexander Isak getting his first start up top. As you can see, the goals came from Hazard and Delaney. Isak played alright, had a couple of chances to be fair. A lot of the shots were from him, but he couldn't put anything in the back of the net. But yeah, the most important thing is that we got over the line and we got the win. We also played Augsburg in the Bundesliga, beat them 5-1, smashed them. Jude Bellingham, Jadon Sancho, Julian Brandt and Erling Haaland being the scorers there. But two of those players are now injured. Luckily, it's not Erling Haaland and it's not Julian Brandt. However, it is Jadon Sancho and it is Jude Bellingham. Jadon Sancho then is injured, has a thigh strain, will be out between 9 days and 3 weeks. Of course, not a massive layoff for him, which is quite good. Of course, we know how good he was for us last season. Chelsea were actually chasing him, but since he's got this little knock, they of course have backed off their interest, which is definitely good for us. They were never offering that much money and he was never interested in leaving. We have got to do without him for 3 weeks though, and Jude Bellingham also has an injury, a damaged foot. Not really sure what that means. A damaged foot could mean a lot of things, but he's only out for 6 to 12 days. So again, not a big injury, but enough to make him miss out on definitely this game. He might be back for the Leipzig game. We will have to wait and see. But as I said, two big games today. Hertha Berlin to start off. Let's see what team we're going to put out. Here we have it then, the starting 11 for the game against Hertha Berlin. The two changes we just mentioned, Sancho and Bellingham missing out. Delaney comes in for Bellingham and Hazard in for Sancho. Of course, he scored in that Pokal game, so he's on form at the moment. Even though I've only played a couple of games, we've started really well and haven't conceded many goals at all, meaning that Zagadou keeps his place at that left centre-back. Maybe bringing in the likes of Luis Felipe and Eric Garcia elevated his game slightly and made him play even better. With the money I've spent, I would quite like to use Felipe and Garcia, but while Zagadou's playing well, we're going to leave him in there. As I said, the fact he's left-footed really helps us out. But the team looks like this then. Donnarumma in goal, Hakimi, Hummels, Zagadou and Guerrero, Emre Can and Delaney in the centre, Hazard, Royce and Julian Brandt behind Erling Haaland up top. I am a massive fan of these graphics this year, man. They are so cool. I really like, actually, that in the full game, they're present for every match. They've got Eduard. Actually, hold on a minute. Anyone see that Hertha Berlin team? Why is that so good? I'm here talking about the graphics, but really I should focus on how good this Hertha Berlin team is. We're not even going to have a chance to look at it because Royce has put a free kick in and the keeper claims it well. I did mention in the last episode how he tried to get Aouar, but actually he's gone to Hertha Berlin instead. But they've got some decent players as well. I mentioned Eduard up top. This could be a very tough game, you know. Haaland might be under this one here, though. The highlight is carried on from that free kick from which Royce had earlier. And normally a long highlight ends in a goal for someone. Hopefully it's for us. Emre Can has it in the centre then. Plays it to Thorgan Hazard on this right-hand side. He tries to switch it to Julian Brandt. Eduard's picked up in the centre, though. Skips past Zagadou really easily. And Guerrero, he's into the box now. He's quite wide, though. He can't shoot from there, hopefully. He somehow got to a position where he could cut it back. That seemed to happen in slow motion. The ref seems to have said there might be offside here. I'm not really sure how there can be. It just looked like to me that Edouard ran down the wing, managed to cut it back into Maya, who's got all the time in the world to put it in the corner. The goal has been disallowed though, which of course we'll definitely take. Only 2 minutes played. Are they saying that Edouard was the player offside? They are. Okay, that's not something I've seen in Football Manager before, but Edouard apparently impeding the goalkeeper's vision, I suppose you'd say, but Donnarumma didn't get down to that very well at all. Couple of question marks over him. Hertha Berlin are coming again here. It's a good tackle from Marco Reus though. Releases Hazard. He's beaten his man. I thought he was going to get tackled. He shoots across goal and it's a big save from the keeper to put it over the top. Hazard on form. As I said, he suddenly had that spike in growth in terms of his attributes and his value. So maybe a player to watch this year. Delaney gets on the head of it, but he's handballed it. He hasn't got his head on it. He's handballed it. Donnarumma from the goal kick then. Playing out from the back as we like to do. Hummels playing it forward into Emre Can. Finds Delaney in the centre. Two kind of defensive rocks in the centre there. A bit of a defensive two, but we couldn't really do anything with Jude Bellingham being out. Ideally, I'd like to bring in more of a creative centre midfielder for when Bellingham isn't available. Weren't able to do that though. But Marco Reus with an absolute rocket. I don't know if that's going to go down as a Hakimi assist because he put the cross in and it got a deflection. But from outside of the box, Marco Reus makes it 1-0 to Borussia Dortmund. Some nice interplay in the build-up. Hakimi gets it down the right-hand side. I'm pretty sure his cross, deflects out to Marco Reus. 20 yards out, finds the postage stamp. And we are 1-0 up after 18 minutes. And to be fair, I was going to say we might not have deserved it, but apparently they've only had one shot on goal. Marco Reus with the free kick then. Can we make it a quick 2-fire goal lead? We can't. But yeah, I'm not sure whether the XG is totally correct there. I mean, I suppose disallowed goals don't count towards XG, but I'm not really sure that it was disallowed in the first place. We definitely got away with that one, but we are 1-0 up and we'll definitely take it, and that might take us all the way to half-time now. 40 minutes on the clock. The time is ticking down. There's not been many highlights, to be fair, to talk of, and that does take us to half-time. We're winning 1-0 from that Marco Reus rocket. Continues to perform as well as he did at the end of last season. We're going to say you've played well, but there's still room for improvement. There definitely is. We don't want them getting complacent because it's only one goal. But they haven't created much. Other than that goal that was offside, haven't created much at all. A throw-in for us deep in the Hertha Berlin half. Then Hazard has it on the edge of the box. Gets to the byline, whips it in. Not Marco Reus. Erling Haaland's there. And he heads it down into the corner. And it's a really nicely worked goal. Another satisfying one to watch. Hazard does really well to get to the byline there. Hakimi starts with a throw-in. A nice quick pass around the corner from Reus to Hazard. He gets to the byline, a little dinked cross. Haaland's there, peels away from his man and headers it into the corner. The keeper has no chance, and we are 2-0 up with 60 minutes on the clock. And if this is technically the third best team in the league, we seem to feel quite comfortable at the moment. Of course, we did win the league by 16 points last season, so maybe that's expected. But I thought this time we'd face a few more problems. Still early days, of course, but so far in this game, we're doing well. We could get a third here as Julian Brand is running down this left-hand side. Steps into the box, but then out, gets back in, and Zeefolk manages to block his cross and clear the ball forward. Zagadu's underneath it, though, to clear it up. Plays it into Marco Reus now. He finds Hakimi down this right-hand side, getting forward. That's the reason we bought him, to create some chances. Gets the ball into the box, which is cleared away. Attack isn't over yet, though. Emre Can picks up into Hakimi again, back into Emre Can, finds Hazard, he's tackled and somehow falls to Haaland, who I think might have hit the post maybe, but it's gone out for a goal kick, so the keeper didn't get a touch. An interesting move from us there, and we could have more than 2 goals already. 15 minutes to go then. We've had 19 shots, unbelievably. Only 6 of those on target. An XG of nearly 1.5 now. 5 minutes to go. The time's ticking away. Hertha Berlin haven't really threatened us at all in this second half. Hummels has it now into Hakimi. Nice 1-2 between them. Plays it down the line to Giovanni Reina, who plays it through to Hazard there. Thought he could be through on goal, but he might get to the byline again and cut it back. He's had a shot easily saved. If he'd have cut that back into Erling Haaland there, he had a tap in, but we'll carry on. It looks like we're going to go into added time now. Only a minute left of it. Actually, it's ticked all the way through, and that is full time. 2-0 win against Hertha Berlin. The team expected to finish third in the league, and as I said a number of times in that game, they didn't cause us many problems at all. Of course, that early scare from that disallowed goal, but we dispatched them with ease, defended well, and did the job when we had our chances. A 2-0 win. Let's see how we get on against RB Leipzig. I always forget to plan my episodes around this, but luckily it's falling into one. Before we play RB Leipzig, we have the Champions League group stage draw. I tell you what, I really hope we don't get Lazio. Or do I? Maybe I do hope we do get Lazio. We're just going to draw all teams because there's so many teams. Oh, okay then. So there's the full Champions League group we're going to be playing in. Borussia Dortmund, Shakhtar, Olympique Lyon, and AC Milan. I'm not sure really how I feel about that. I think Lyon and Milan are obviously two very good teams, but two we probably should be beating, and then Shakhtar hopefully become the whipping boys of the group. Hopefully it's not us. But it's not going to be straightforward. We saw how difficult it was last year when we faced Marseille, but hopefully this time around we can qualify for the knockout stages. I think at the moment you're going to say it's 2 out of us, Lyon and Milan. It's going to be a tight group, but I back us. Moving on to the Leipzig game then, we're going to keep the team the same for this game against RB Leipzig. Jadon Sancho and Jude Bellingham having to miss out again. I mean, Jadon Sancho definitely has to. Jude Bellingham is back in training soon and probably could play. It says he's recommended to play a maximum of 75 minutes, but I don't think it's worth the risk. We're going to go with the team that won the last game. The good thing about this season is that it's a bit more spread out. It's gone back to the normal schedule, so we've got quite a lot of days between games to kind of refresh and recover, so there's no need to risk players if we don't have to. Of course, that will change when it comes to Champions League weeks. We'll have to see how we get on then. But the team today is the same as the last game. They did the job last time out. Hopefully they can again today. Now, I'm not sure how many signings Leipzig have made. I can't see too many there. The spine of the team is fairly similar to what we're used to seeing. Our team, of course. Look, we've got some big names in there. Hakimi, by the way, started quite well. Hasn't got some assists on the board as of yet, but has started very well. As if we're the only team to have won both games so far. That's mental. Bayern Munich already dropping points. We're technically already 2 points ahead, but of course, very early days. Leipzig could come out the traps here and smash us, but we'll have to wait and see. Another team playing 5 at the back against us, so maybe it's something to do with how good we are going forward, or maybe that's just how teams are playing in the Bundesliga at the moment. But so far, they could put themselves in trouble here, Leipzig, early on, playing it around the back. Our press was good, made them play it forward along, and they might beat us here. Galeno's got round the corner and smashed it in the bottom corner. Donnarumma and Hummels there might have had a bit of a mix-up. The ball seemed to go round Hummels. Galeno around the other side. Donnarumma comes out and just can't block the shot. I thought we'd done well by closing them down, making them play it long, but Haidara plays it over the top. Hummels, no idea what he's doing, just seems to not even think about going for the ball, and Galeno smashes it in that bottom corner. As you said, Donnarumma actually tries to dive the wrong way, but an early goal for Leipzig. We said they're going to be one of the top teams this year. Hopefully this isn't a sign of things to come. Oh, we've got a corner. Guerrero's put it in. Delaney's there, and what a header from Delaney. How far out was that? Like 12 yards or so? It's a long way to come from a header. I mean, it doesn't sound that much of a long way, now I've said it out loud, but it looked like quite a long range header, to be fair. That might be our first shot. Guerrero puts it in. Delaney, we'll say 13 yards. We'll make it sound a bit better, but a header from quite a long way, to be fair. Puts us back level. That's our first shot, our 0.07 XG. Wow. Julian Brandt has it now, though. Plays it back into Guerrero. Puts it in the box to Haaland. A very tame finish from him, and Galashi is able just to pick it up, really. Doesn't bother him too much at all. Come again here, though. Hakimi throwing it into Hazard. Played well last time out, coming in for Sancho, but gets tackled this time, and Campbell clears it forward to Galano, who brushes past Mats Hummels again. He's having a bad day today. Zagadou, though, a big tackle from him. Bit worried about how badly Mats Hummels been, or how easily he's been beached, I say. Twice now. Hazard goes on a bit of a mazy run, but gets tackled. It falls to Haaland. Emre Can will switch out to Guerrero now, though, who's in the left-back position. Has a lot of space to find his pass into Julian Brandt. We're playing a very slow tempo, and we shouldn't be really. Emre Can into Haaland. Fizzes one past the post. A very slow build-up, as I said, but we're on the highest tempo. It's not normal like us to be playing it that slow. Got the shot away. Didn't get it on target, though, but Konate now brings it forward for Leipzig into Haidara. Mukiele has it on this right-hand side. A tough one for me to say that, but Guerrero's chasing him all the way. Looks like he might have beaten him, but Guerrero gets back round. Delaney's gone out to meet him as well. Haidara has it now into Campbell. He's got loads of space. Finds Mukiele. Hakimi has to clear it away. I mean, that was too close. Looks like that might take us to half-time, and it does. 1-1 at half-time, a tight game between us and Leipzig. They went ahead early, of course. Our XG is still very low compared to theirs, but we did get ourselves in the score sheet thanks to Thomas Delaney. An interesting game. I'm not really sure which way this is going to go. It's very even at the moment. They want me to say I'm not happy with your performance. Do we throw a water bottle? Is it worth throwing a water bottle, or is that too over the top? We're going to thrash the arms and say I'm far from pleased, and they're all motivated. It's all worked out. Throwing from Hakimi into Marco Reus. Heads it back into Hakimi now. Can he get the cross in the box? It's a great cross to Julian Brandt, who nods it down to Erling Haaland, and that is a great goal from us. What play from Julian Brandt to notice he wasn't going to be able to get his header on target, knocks it back into Erling Haaland's path, and he is not going to miss from there. Erling Haaland makes it 2-1. That play from Julian Brandt is quality. Marco Reus with the free kick then puts it in. It's claimed by Galashi quite easily. He's going to take his time with this one before releasing it. He releases it long, though. We're going to win that header. Hopefully we are. Hakimi wins the header. We all said his defensive stats weren't that good, but he's won the header there. Haidara plays it into Campbell, into Dani Olmo. back into Campbell, Hidara. Those three playing some really nice football between themselves. Adams has it on this left-hand side now. Can he get a ball into the box? Hakimi does well to block the cross, and Hazard could launch some sort of counter-attack now. Plays it up to Haaland, who does really well to hold the ball up. Is running at the defence. Hasn't got much support now, though. He's been pushed wide, and I don't know who that is. Gvardiol makes a great tackle. Haaland wins it back, though. Back into Guerrero. He plays it down the line. Julian Brand is in. Can Julian Brand score? It's a good save from Galashi to keep the scores at 1-2 or 2-1 to us, and it goes out for a corner. Marco Reus with the corner then puts it in, and Galashi claims it fairly easily. 20 minutes to go. Hasn't been many highlights for a while now. Still quite tight. They're not creating many chances. Only had those 3 shots. We could have a chance here though. Marco Reus on the free kick. Whips it in from a deep position. The header looks like it might be going in there from Zagadou, but it just goes over the top. He scored a lot of goals last season. A lot of goals that actually were then ruled out for offside, but couldn't get this one on target. Our XG looking a bit more healthy now. 5 minutes to go. We haven't made any subs actually. Again, I keep doing this. Hakimi has the throw in though. Plays it into Hazard. He brings it down really nicely there. Back out to Hakimi. Can he get the ball into the box? He can. Thomas Delaney's under it. Falls to Julian Brand. Tackled. Klosterman hits it forward. And Galano's done really well to beat Zagadou there. And he's through on goal. If he can find his man across the box. Donnarumma saves that with his foot. And then kicks it straight back at Galano. And he puts it in the bottom corner. And that is 2-2. A late goal for Leipzig to level the scores. And that's really frustrating, man. Gianluigi Donnarumma, what is he doing there? Galano does really well to beat Zagadou. Quite easily, to be fair. And then his shot, really weirdly saved by Donnarumma. And then he kind of falls over as it's chipped over the top of him. But 2-2, 4 minutes to go of normal time. Are we going to be able to get another goal then to put us ahead? A throw in for Leipzig on this left-hand side. Won really well, actually, by Hazard. He's driving forward, tackled, but Haaland's going to pick up on the halfway line. Plays it forward to Delaney. Hakimi has it on the right-hand side. Can't beat his man's well tackled, but does pick it up for a second time. Is still being tracked. Plays into Emre Can. Back to Hakimi. Switches it to this left-hand side in Guerrero. Can he beat his man down the line? He's running into the box now. He's still got it. Tries to cross it, but it's been tackled by Klosterman. Klosterman hits it down the line. And Galano, who's caused us a lot of problems today, is running at our defence. Plays it into Wolf, who's through on goal now. And he might have just won the game for Leipzig in the 91st minute. How frustrating is that? Zagadou, man. What is Zagadou doing again here? Galano picks it up on just before the halfway line, runs over the halfway line. Zagadou, nowhere to be seen there. And Wolf... Let's see. Let's see if we can get anything in this last minute. I doubt we can. Can we even create anything? No, we can't. We've lost the game to RB Leipzig after bragging about how we're the only... I've just looked up, mate. When's that stop recording? My card's full. Okay, so I never thought I'd end an episode recording the last bit on my phone, but... my card on my this is going very wrong. The card on my camera is full, so we don't have any more data, and I can't bother to copy it over and redo that. Anyway, we've lost the game. I know you've seen that, but I don't know when my commentary stopped. I would have taken a 2-2 draw as well, but not to be. They did get the winner. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this episode, make sure you smash a like on it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because we've got some more videos coming very soon. I will make sure next time I have some space on my card before I start recording. But thank you very much for watching, and I will see you very, very soon for episode number... Is it 15 now?